Hi guys, it's Dr. Hardy and welcome to Grade My Plate. So let's get started. So I like to start with an empty plate that I use as my template when I'm grading your plate. So this plate has 3 partitions. Basically, the top partition is half of the plate and it's the largest section of the plate. And then the bottom half of the plate is divided into 2 sections called quarters of the plate. The top section should be filled with either all fruit, all vegetables, or a combination of both. And then 1/4 of the plate should be filled with your protein and the other quarter your whole grain. So when I'm critiquing your plates, this is what I'm using as my template. It's definitely not the end all be all. Everyone has different plans and different ways they eat, but this is a good guide to help you figure out if you are even serving a healthy plate. Is it something that will help you in your lifestyle changes? Or are you serving a plate that's going to cause more weight gain and a lot of other medical issues? So here's the first plate. It was submitted by Shanessa. Thank you so much. And this plate has shrimp and sauteed squash with shallots. Now I cannot see the entire plate. It looks like everything was pushed to one corner of the plate. But basically, there are 2 things here: your protein, which is the shrimp, and your sauteed squash. So it looks like the shrimp might be taking up more than 1/4 of the plate. So if you had pushed it all together, it may take up more than 1/4 of the plate. And then your vegetables looks like it's only 1/4 of the plate, and that could take up about half of the plate. So there's no whole grain. So this is basically a keto plate. It's a beautiful plate. It's a healthy plate. I think you guys are trying to impress me with these gorgeous plates. But from my template, if you wanted, you can add a whole grain unless you're on keto. And you could increase the vegetables to half of the plate and stick with your protein if that's 1/4 of the plate. One thing I want to discuss is the shrimp. There's a lot of information out there that says that shrimp will increase your cholesterol. So let's talk about that. So yes, shrimp has a lot of cholesterol, but studies found that when we eat it, it doesn't have a significant effect on our bloodstream or our labs. So what ends up happening is that we ingest the shrimp, but our liver, which is the organ in our body that usually secretes cholesterol, makes and secretes the cholesterol into our bloodstream, it basically just turns off. So when we eat the shrimp that's high in cholesterol, the liver recognizes that the blood has enough cholesterol and it turns off. So it has not caused a significant elevation in blood cholesterol levels. As a matter of fact, they found that it increased our good cholesterol, the HDL. It decreased triglycerides, and that will help improve our heart health overall. So it's actually overall doing a good thing for us. So unless you have familial hypercholesterolemia, which is a genetic inherited disorder where you cannot metabolize your cholesterol correctly, or some other similar problem where your body is unable to process cholesterol correctly, you should be able to eat as much shrimp as you want. And I always say in moderation, because too much of anything is never good. You always want a balanced plate and a balanced meal. So cholesterol has lots of good minerals that you can't find anywhere else, like selenium. It has anti-inflammatory properties, so that also helps heart health, and a host of other things. So you can look it up for yourself. Yes, eat your cholesterol, and no, it doesn't cause bad. Yes, you can eat your shrimp, and no, it doesn't cause bad cholesterol. So I'm going to end it here. I'm going to try to do one plate at a time and just give a little bit more education about the foods on the plate. So I have several more plates in this series, but you will see the next plate in the